Chosen ones, listen. You have always felt the eyes, their eyes, watching you stagger through storms they refuse to enter, taking notes on your bruises, counting your scars like trophies they wished were theirs, so they could claim they had bled for something greater than comfort. They wanted your fire without enduring your furnace. They envied your ascent, but feared your valley. They applauded your whispers of destiny, yet prayed that destiny would fail you, because your success exposes their surrender. Remember the nights you spoke purpose into empty rooms, certain no ear could hear? They heard. They pretended deafness, but envy is never silent. It snarls behind closed doors, plotting explanations for why you still rise when gravity drags them down. While they reach for applause, you reach for truth. While they sought mirrors, you sought altars. While they collected comforts, you collected burdens. Because burdens build muscle. Because altars burn away excess. Because truth carves the marrow until only purpose remains. They mocked your endurance. They called your discipline obsession. They named your integrity arrogance. They labeled your midnight tears weakness. Let them. Their words could never pierce what destiny forged. You walked through fire. They warmed their hands at a distance. You bled on the battlefield. They painted crimson on their cheeks and called it participation. When the smoke lifted, you still stood. They still explained. Envy studies survival stories it refuses to live. It reconstructs your trials into rumors of luck. It revises your obedience into coincidence. It edits divine refinement into random circumstance. But your scars reject their narrative. Each line on your skin is a covenant inscription, proof that pain bowed to purpose. Do not sanitize the record. Do not soften the memory. Your valley was deliberate. Your night was scripted. Your knees knew the earth, so your feet could command mountains. Your tears watered seeds of authority that now bloom beneath every step you take. You remember collapsing in corridors of doubt, begging for silence to answer why. Silence answered. It answered with survival. It answered with breath when breath felt illegal. It answered with mornings that arrived against all logical forecasts. The answer was never an explanation. The answer was always you, standing again. They watched. And with every dawn that found you upright, envy fermented. Because your persistence exposes their retreat. Because your scars invalidate their excuses. Because your story makes laziness a crime of self-betrayal. Permit their stare. It is a confession that they recognize what you carry, a confession that they know the throne of purpose demands a pilgrimage they refuse to begin. Do not resent their resentment. It verifies the weight of your crown. If your walk produced no glory, their eyes would wander elsewhere. If your name echoed no calling, their hearts would not tremble when they hear it whispered. You were never designed for unanimous approval. You were engineered for undeniable impact. Impact disrupts comfort. Comfort resents disruption. Therefore, resentment is confirmation. Remember the furnace. The heat was not punishment. It was calibration. Gold learns its value in the blaze. Steel discovers its edge beneath the hammer. You discovered your voice in the roar of elements conspiring to silence you. They questioned your quakes, asked why your path shook foundations. Tell them fault lines feel like rebellion to those who worship stillness. But stillness is not life. It is decay wearing perfume. Movement is messy. Movement cracks old ground to birth new mountains. You moved, they froze. Now they shiver in the wind your wings create. Every tear you tasted was temporary. Every night you numbered was measured. Every loss you survived was a subtraction of what you could never carry into greatness. Do not mourn what the fire consumed. Ashes are soil for destiny. You do not owe them an explanation for being chosen. Selection is heaven's prerogative. But you owe yourself obedience. Obedience to move when called. Obedience to speak when silence colludes with shadows. Obedience to stand when gravity advertises surrender as wisdom. Feel their envy and remain unmoved. Feel their doubt and remain unshaken. You answer to an author whose pen never slips. Your chapters were drafted before their opinions existed. Your finale is carved in tablets they will never read until the curtain closes. Let them gossip. Gossip is applause from cowards. Let them mimic. Imitation is tribute paid in counterfeit. Let them predict your collapse. Prophets of failure choke on dust when you rise beyond their horizon. You are not here to entertain their curiosity. You are here to incarnate vision. Vision that terrifies systems built on sedation. Vision that compels sleepers to awaken or flee. Vision that burns too bright for eyes accustomed to dim corridors of compromise. Step forward. The ground knows your weight. The wind recognizes your cadence. Creation remembers the echo of your assignment. You cannot hide from what the universe expects. Your pulse is a drum summoning miracles to formation. They tried to measure your potential with rulers forged from their limitations. The math failed. Your calculus is cosmic. Your trajectory violates their physics because destiny rewrites laws when purpose demands. You are not an option. You are an inevitable. Inevitable expansion, inevitable influence, inevitable victory. Refuse the counsel of those allergic to refinement. They will call the forge excessive. They will name the shaping abusive. But the sword thanks the fire for its edge, not the shade for its comfort. Your life is a verdict against mediocrity. Each breath is evidence that endurance is profitable. Each heartbeat is testimony that pressure is not a prison, it is a passport. Stand taller. Envy is a mirror revealing their unfulfilled contracts. Do not lower your stature to soothe their insecurity. Kings do not hunch so that subjects feel equal. Speak clearer. Your voice is a trumpet, not a lullaby. Lullabies pacify sleepers. Trumpets summon warriors. Summon them or scatter them. Either response announces the kingdom's advance. Walk lighter. Guilt is a weight you never signed for. Shame is a leash authority never issued. Your record is sealed under verdicts written in fire, refined, validated, unstoppable. Do not dread new trials. Each future furnace holds new definitions of brilliance. Each future valley carves deeper reservoirs of power. Trials are not detours. They are upgrades disguised as siege. Let them envy the next chapter too. Let them marvel as more storms arrive and still retreat. You will remain. You will multiply, because permanence is promised to the obedient. Now listen deeper. The hour intensifies. Neutrality expires. Silence begins to sound like betrayal. You must speak. You must build. You must illuminate corridors where compromise feasts. Refuse to negotiate with shadows. Refuse to apologize for clarity. Refuse to delay obedience for consensus. Your scars are ink. Write the map. Your story is signal. Transmit the code. Your presence is prophecy. Fulfill it. The ones who envied will watch again. They will witness new flames fail to consume you. They will study new heights they fear to climb. Some will curse the spectacle. Some will kneel and surrender to the truth it declares. Both reactions serve the grand design. Because every glare of envy becomes a spotlight. Every whisper of doubt becomes an echo chamber. Every attempt to dismiss you magnifies your relevance. So rise, higher, brighter, louder in authority, quieter in explanation. Your existence is not a debate, it is a decree stamped by fires you endured, by nights you survived, by mornings that found you ready when sleep seemed simpler. And now, act, move with the velocity of certainty, build with the precision of eternity, speak with the volume of destiny. The hour demands it, the throne expects it, the world, though it resents, secretly requires it. You are the answer hidden in plain sight. You are the storm disciplined into strategy. You are the flame guided by wisdom. March, let mountains relocate at your arrival. Let oceans part at your command. Let envy witness greatness and finally understand. Your suffering was never a sentence. It was the signature of the divine blacksmith, forging royalty from raw ore, temporary heat, eternal glory. Therefore, stand unashamed, stand unafraid, stand immovable. And when the envy peaks, smile, because their gaze proves you shine, because their doubt proves you dare, because their silence after your triumph will shout louder than their mockery before it. Chosen one, the seals are broken. The way is clear. Advance. Now, Now seal this within your marrow. You have looked into the furnace, and it dared not devour you. Every ember that licked your skin etched privilege, not punishment. Those who stared from the shadows wanted the crown without the smoke. They will keep staring. Let them. Their envy is the trumpet announcing your coronation. You stand on ground recalibrated by your own footsteps. No foot placed here before you could bear your weight. None after will carry your imprint. The soil itself remembers your groans and has pledged loyalty to your cause. Walk forward. Atmospheres unzip before the chosen who refuse retreat. Hear this decree and anchor it. There will be more nights, more heat, more eyes. But nights are only the planet turning to give your fire a darker canvas. Heat is only the iron apologizing for once doubting your resolve. Eyes are only mirrors confessing their owner's untapped potential. Do not dilute your blaze to comfort them. Flames that shrink to spare spectators insult the pyre that birthed them. Stay bright, stay unarguable. Speak destiny in sentences that do not negotiate. Build altars from the rubble of every collapsed doubt. Name each stone after a victory the fearful never attempted. When the final reckoning gathers all stories, yours will be cited as evidence that mortality can host eternity, that flesh can carry royal codes, that suffering, once kissed by obedience, mutates into glory. The archives of heaven have already filed this fact. Now the archives of earth await your signature. So rise again, taller than envy, louder than silence, older than fear. Strike the ground once more and command life to echo your certainty. Then move, chosen soul, into the next impossible day and make it inevitable. Do this without apology, without pause, without the permission of those still sleeping. The horizon is a servant, not a barrier. Demand it bend. And when it does, remember tonight, the moment you agreed with eternity about who you are.